If you saw my video of a few days ago, you saw that I have this really cool tool, a plum stoner. I still have plums left over. Let's make another batch of plum cherry filling. Let me show you how. So ingredients really, I like never use measuring cups, so I'm doing this for the video finally. This is a 4-cup measure. It's about 4 cups, give or take, of plums. These are the little round red ones, but I think it could be pretty much any kind of plums. And this is about 2 cups. These are frozen, I think they're dark red cherries. They're frozen right now. I'm just trying to let them thaw a little bit so that I can cut them. Then you're going to need a sweetener of some sort. I have cane sugar here. This is maple syrup that we make as well, which is why it's very dark. Whichever sweetener you prefer. I have a bit of cinnamon. I also like the combination of cherry and almond. So I might add, excuse me, a little bit of almond extract. If you have kirsch, which is a cherry liqueur, you could also use that. Cutting board, a knife. If you happen to have one of these really cool tools, you're going to need this. Otherwise, just use your knife, and of course a saucepan. So first thing I'm going to do, we're going to pit these plums. Again, if you missed it, you put your plum in, you squish, pit falls out. There you go. And then normally I would do this with 2 hands, but there you go. It basically cuts it. It opens it up and it drops the pit. So I'll do the rest of this batch. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to cut the cherries into 4 pieces and put them in the stock pot with the rest of the plums. These cherries were already pitted. I got to add that. Otherwise, I probably would have been able to use the same tool, but they're already pitted. They're just frozen pitted cherries. So just need to add that. Okay, on the stove, level 6, this is induction, so 6 is like, you know, sort of medium-ish heat. I didn't add any water yet because I know the cherries are still frozen, so they're going to release some water, some liquid. So we'll let that warm up and we'll take a look in a minute. Okay, so it's starting to bubble. I've got a measuring cup here. This is a 1/2 cup of a measuring cup, but you can see I've kind of filled it maybe halfway with sugar. So I'd say maybe add between, yeah, 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup to start at the most. Mix that in and then taste it a little bit later. I'm also going to add just, you know, a little sprinkling of cinnamon. I don't know, yeah, 1/4 teaspoon maybe. Alright, so you let this cook for about 30 minutes, then adjust for flavor as needed. Add a cornstarch slurry to thicken it up if you need, but basically that's it. Good luck, enjoy!